Hey good people, how y'all doing? So today I'm going to be giving you all my review on Love and Marriage DC The Reunion Part 1. I'm not going to be going in any particular order. I'm just going to let you guys know what my initial thoughts and feelings were on everything that was being discussed in this reunion. To be honest with you guys, I don't know how many reunion parts there's going to be, but I just feel like we could have nipped everything in the butt in just this one reunion episode, because it just seems like to me the rest of the episodes are going to be them going back and forth with Winter, and I've heard enough. I don't want to hear nothing else. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get into this review. Let's go. So I want to start by saying that everyone looked absolutely beautiful. The women were dressed really nice. The guys were dressed nice as well. The only person I really felt like put no effort into their appearance was DJ Quick. I was about to call him DJ Fun Size. It's a nice look, but it's like we've seen that look every confessional. And I guess he's just not a suit and tie type of guy, so I'll give him a break. But the ladies absolutely look stunning. I loved Monique's dress. I thought that was very fitting for her. Arena with that long train, and it just had its own moment sitting there on the stage. That was everything to me. Ashley in her green dress, I really like that as well. I didn't get to see the full size of Winter's dress. I think that it looked really nice for her style. Okay, so let's talk about the Samuels. So to me, overall, Monique and Chris, they don't look connected at all. Monique mentions in this reunion that she and Chris weren't talking for the start of them filming the season. They're sitting next to each other on this couch. They're not sitting close together. There's a gap in between them. There's no touching. There's no holding hands. It just looks like they're there to do what they have to do and go home. I feel like Chris is there just to kind of paint Monique in a different light than what we've obviously seen this season. Because listen, the majority of the people that have watched this season feel as if Monique belittles her husband, doesn't want to be with her husband, is not happy in her marriage, and is looking for any and every excuse to get out of it. That's what she's been given this whole season. And I think because of the backlash that she's experienced, Chris has really come to the reunion with the mindset of, I need to defend her. I need to change this narrative and let the people know, listen, y'all, I saw myself on camera and I have all of these faults that she's been telling me for years that I need to change. And I'm sorry, I just don't see what they're talking about. I really, for the life of me, was waiting every episode to try to see, like, okay, Monique, I can understand where you're coming from here. I can understand where you're coming from there. But I try as I might, I just did not see it. I'm sorry. So what he feels like he needs to correct, I'm not sure. Maybe there's footage that they have seen and we haven't, and that's what he's referencing. Or maybe he's really being 100% honest and saying, yes, I saw things that I need to change, but I'm sorry, I just didn't see it personally. I will also say that, listen, the way he hushed her, I didn't feel like that was appropriate for anybody to speak to anybody that way. I also, just trying to play devil's advocate a little bit, feel as if he was just frustrated in that moment and that's what came out of his mouth. I don't think that he normally talks to her like that, but I don't know. Everything that I'm saying in this review is basically me looking from the outside in, right? Like, I'm not in these people's lives. I don't really know what's going on. Monique could be valid in every point that she's made, but it's just I haven't seen it. So I can only tell you what I've seen and what I feel. I think it's interesting, too, that the only thing that Monique really acknowledged was she said that her delivery wasn't always that great. Girl, I feel like it's just more than your delivery, Monique. I feel like you're very unhappy in your marriage. She said that she thinks her marriage is strong. I don't think you really believe that, personally. She also kind of blamed production for making it seem as if there were things that were said or done prior to certain scenes that they showed us that they cut out. That could be true as well. I don't know. But even so, girl, I still don't understand or see where you're coming from, but that's just me. When Carlos says that Black husbands who are the breadwinners feel as if as long as they can work and provide for their families, they're doing a good job, I don't feel like it just stops with Black men. I think that's all men. As long as I'm working, as long as I'm providing, as long as I'm taking care of my family from a financial standpoint, there shouldn't be any pushback. There shouldn't be any problem. And like I said, I just feel like that's every man. I don't think that that has anything to do with a specific race. That's a man thing. That's just me. That's my opinion. Jamie and Arena. Jamie's not going to change, okay? He said right there on that stage, this is who I am. This is how I was raised. You know, it might not necessarily be right, but this is what it is. That right there tells me what he showed us is authentically who he is. And you can either accept him or not. And I believe that Arena, obviously after 26 years of marriage, has chosen to accept the good, the bad, and the ugly. And if she's okay with that, then there's nothing for me to say. It's just like when Ashley said to Quick, if I had to do it all over again, I would not have chosen to marry you. If the spouse is okay with their spouse saying that to them, what is it that we can say? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing that we can say because their spouse is okay with it. So I just feel like Jamie is who he is, his demeanor, the way that he goes about things, his thought processes. That's what it is. It's not going to change. They've been married for 26 years. If it hasn't changed yet, it's not going to. I do believe Arena when she says that, of course, that when they started out, he was very controlling. And he's not as controlling anymore. So she's still acknowledging that, yes, he can be controlling still, but he's just not as bad as he was before. And I think maybe for her, the Jamie that she first got with versus the Jamie now, if he would have remained that same Jamie, that same controlling individual, she probably would not have survived 26 years with him. But she has found her voice. She's speaking her voice. She's speaking her truth. She's just not letting him walk all over her. And listen, it is what it is. They're okay with who they are and they're okay with their relationship. So more power to them. This is my take on Quick and Ashley. Anything negative for the most part with them, they're not going to let us know anything about it. Okay? When he was talking at Monique and Chris's house, their second house that time, about him cheating on her, that was information we were never supposed to know. And that's, to me, the reason why she got so upset with him. Because we weren't supposed to know that. They like to control the narrative as it relates to their marriage. And he went off script. So they're not going to be, in my opinion, their true authentic selves because they want to put forth this certain persona. Like anybody should when you go on reality TV. But that's my take on them. I think that Ashley loves the spotlight and there's nothing wrong with that. Now she is kind of the star in their relationship. I don't know how that's going to fare with Quick. If that's an issue, I see him being supportive of it, and time will tell how supportive he really is. You know, is he being really authentic in his support, or is he just putting on for the cameras? We'll find out. But I also feel like, girl, if you're now going to do you at the rate that it seems like she wants to do what she's doing, I'm wondering, where do they still find time for one another? Because her argument has been, he doesn't have time for me. He doesn't have time for me. So if her career starts taking off, that means she's going to be having to go places and do things. Where does that leave them in the relationship that she seems to want to have with him? So that's going to be really interesting. I have the same opinion about Quick as I do about Jamie. They're not going to change. What you see is what you get. You know, he's still doing the same thing apparently that he was doing before with the performance and booking and stuff like that, and he knows that he has this gout situation, and Ashley's like, he's not going to change, and I don't believe he's going to change either. I think it was really a step in the right direction when Quick started to talk about the situation with his son not making the basketball team. So he was saying that his son tried out for a basketball team, he didn't make it, and his son was really upset about it. He probably would express himself through crying to his mom about what he, about how he felt not making the team, but because his dad was there, he held everything in. So Quick went into the room and saw that his son looked like he wanted to cry. Quick's initial reaction was, oh, he'll be okay. And Ashley was like, no, you can't do that because now you're doing to him the same thing that was done to you. So Quick goes into his room and his son looks like he wants to cry, and Quick just gives him a hug and his son starts to cry. And Quick says that he was crying also internally. I felt like it would have been even better if he would have just showed his son that, he was just as hurt for him as he was. But again, the fact that he gave him the opportunity to cry and didn't say, well, real men don't cry, that's a step in the right direction. So that shows me that, that he's trying. I like Winter on this show. I feel like she brought the drama that needed to be brought. Yes, what she said about these men was not right. You're on a reality show. So if you're going to accuse somebody's husband of cheating, then you need to have those receipts. She fell flat as it relates to that. And of course, it's going to make people feel like, is she telling the truth or is this a lie? We don't know. I do know that reading people's Twitter comments and stuff like that, there has been rumors about DJ Quick stepping out and having other relationships, according to other people, with other women. If this is in fact true, Ashley knows about it. And again, she and he, they're not going to tell us that because they're trying to put forth this certain image. And it's really more her than him, because I feel like he's a little bit more open about certain things than she is, but whatever. I will say this. When Winter was talking about having receipts and having heard that DJ Quick has stepped out on his wife, the fact that he got so upset, I mean, he was calm prior to that whole exchange, makes me feel like there must be some truth to that, because I don't see you getting so upset over a lie. Like, the response that Jamie gives in the clip that they show for next week's episode, he's just like, Winter, you don't know me, so how can you say this about me? And he's cool, calm, and collected. His response versus Quick's response, that's like day and night. Quick has presented himself on the show to be the cool, calm, and collected person, right? He has not presented himself as the type of guy who's going to get really upset really quickly. Whereas Jamie, you know what he's feeling. He lets it be known. So the fact that Jamie is laid back and cool, calm, and collected when he's speaking to Winter, and Quick is ready to choke her almost, lets me know that there must be some truth to what Winter is saying. That was my interpretation. But again, guys, that's my review on this reunion part 1. I don't know what else to say. Please let me know what you feel about each of these couples. How do y'all view them? Do you think that they're going to be having another season? And do you think that all of these cast members are coming back for the next season? I'd love to chat with you all in the comments, so y'all let me know how you feel. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.